Alright, let's talk about this. Kool-Aid McKinstry turned heads at New Orleans Saints training camp with a stellar day one, but he left early today with an ankle injury. It is a massive deal because our young secondary needs him to anchor the defense if we want to make a playoff run this year. This situation hits on two fronts: the immediate health concern and the long-term impact on our defensive ceiling. We have a lot to unpack regarding how this rotation holds up. Like the video and comment your city below. Let's break it down. New Orleans Saints training camp is officially underway, and all eyes are focused on rookie standout Kool-Aid McKinstry. After a stellar opening day that drew rave reviews from coaches, teammates, and the local media alike, the young cornerback has quickly established himself as a focal point of our secondary. We know that this position group is young and largely unproven, making McKinstry's development absolutely vital for our defensive success this season. If he can mature into a reliable, high-level starter, it fundamentally shifts our potential to compete for a playoff spot. What makes this even bigger is that his rapid integration into Kellen Moore's defensive scheme was the brightest spot of the opening session. However, we hit an immediate snag today when Nick Underhill reported that McKinstry left practice early due to an ankle injury. While the move appeared to be purely precautionary, any lower body issue for a cornerback is a cause for concern among our fan base. We have seen how quickly these lingering issues can derail a promising start, and the apprehension is palpable as we wait for further updates from the training staff. The rest of the defense continued to look sharp throughout the afternoon, with Quincy Riley pulling down an interception against Tyler Show. Yet the mood remains tempered by the uncertainty regarding McKinstry. We are all holding our breath, hoping for a clean bill of health at the next practice session. The question remains whether this is truly just a minor hiccup, or if the physical demands of the NFL transition will force us to reconsider our expectations for his immediate impact on the field. Kool-Aid McKinstry briefly left practice today with an ankle injury, marking a sudden pause in the momentum generated by his standout debut performance. While Nick Underhill confirmed the departure, it appears the coaching staff is prioritizing caution to protect their investment. This is where it gets real, as we know all too well that lower body issues often linger and disrupt a player's entire rookie development cycle. We have seen promising defensive backs in New Orleans struggle to shake off nagging ankle or foot injuries in previous seasons, which frequently hampers their ability to maintain the necessary speed to cover top-tier receivers. The front office and Kellen Moore are surely operating with a mandate to avoid any long-term risks during these early sessions. They understand that for this young secondary to survive a challenging schedule, they need a healthy rotation that can grow together through the intensity of camp. Behind closed doors, the staff is likely weighing the desire to see McKinstry compete against the massive cost of an extended layoff. While Quincy Riley did make an impressive play by intercepting Tyler Show, the depth chart remains thin enough that any setback for a primary contributor creates immediate anxiety for the entire organization. We have seen this team prioritize long-term stability under Gail Benson, so we should expect a conservative approach regarding his recovery timeline. Maintaining high energy throughout the summer is essential for this group, but we must hope this specific concern does not become a recurring theme as the team prepares for the physical demands of the upcoming regular season ahead. So that covers the immediate headlines, but let's dive deeper into what this actually means for our Saints. And the more I look at this, the reality of the situation becomes quite clear regarding our defensive outlook this year. The stakes are incredibly high because our secondary is currently the biggest question mark on the roster. If McKinstry cannot stay on the field, the lack of depth becomes a glaring issue that could force Kellen Moore to scramble for solutions before the season even hits its stride. This uncertainty puts extra pressure on the rest of the defensive backs to prove they can hold their own against veteran receivers. Without a reliable anchor at cornerback, we risk falling behind early in critical divisional matchups against the Carolina Panthers and the rest of the NFC South. These games are usually won or lost in the trenches and through aerial coverage, so any delay in player development effectively shrinks our window to compete for a playoff spot. If this ankle issue lingers, it ripples through our entire defensive scheme, potentially leaving us vulnerable during the most challenging stretches of our schedule. While it is heartening to see players like Quincy Riley making plays, We simply cannot afford to have a rookie stand out sidelined while the team is still learning the new system. Our secondary needs to solidify quickly to keep our playoff dreams alive and provide the support our offense requires to sustain winning drives. If we want to reach the postseason, we need consistency from our young core, and that starts with health and stability during these vital training camp sessions as we prepare for September. Kool-Aid McKinstry hitting the ground running at training camp provides a much-needed spark for our secondary. If this young man develops into the lockdown cornerback we believe he can be, the entire ceiling for the Saints defense shifts upward, turning a questionable unit into a reliable playoff-caliber group. The upside is clear because his ability to neutralize top targets would give our front seven the time they need to generate pressure. Now here's the thing. The unfortunate reality of his early exit due to an ankle injury per Nick Underhill brings a sudden chill to that optimism. While it appears to be a strictly precautionary move by Kellen Moore, we know that lower body issues have a nasty habit of lingering and hampering a player throughout the grind of a full season. Media members and teammates are clearly singing his praises after an impressive opening day, noting that both McKinstry and Quincy Riley are making noise on the practice field, with Riley even snagging a notable interception off Tyler's show. My honest take here is that while the hype surrounding these early camp performances is natural, it is perhaps a bit premature to crown a rookie as the savior of our secondary based on a handful of reps. I am thrilled to see his talent on display, but I'm choosing to remain cautious until he can string together several consecutive weeks of healthy participation. It is easy to get carried away in July, but the true test of this defensive depth will come when the intensity ramps up and the games actually count. When you weigh the immediate excitement of a standout rookie performance against the reality of a minor injury scare, you get a clear picture of the tightrope this roster must walk to find success this year. For our franchise, the growth of young talent like Kool-Aid McKinstry is the linchpin for our long-term trajectory over the next few seasons. If he solidifies his role as a reliable starter, we gain the defensive consistency needed to compete with the heavy hitters in the league. You should feel cautiously optimistic heading into the season because this defense is clearly hungry, as evidenced by Quincy Riley picking off Tyler's show during the same session. Here's what people are missing. While an ankle issue is never welcome news, the fact that Kellen Moore and the staff prioritize caution suggests a smart, measured approach to protecting our most vital investments. We are seeing a defensive unit that is eager to prove its worth, and that internal competition will only make us stronger as the calendar progresses towards September. We have long needed this infusion of energy and discipline to remain in contention during the final minutes of close games. It is a relief to know this appears precautionary, but we must keep a close eye on his status for the next practice to ensure no lingering issues hinder his development. Do you believe Kool-Aid McKinstry will be ready to start Week 1 given this recent ankle scare? If you enjoyed the video, do not forget to like it and subscribe to the channel. WHO DAT. I'll see you in the next one.